Moving on to topic 2, I want to talk a little bit about Fortnite. So over this past weekend, Fortnite has moved on to their chapter 3 of content. Essentially, just a big refresh, rebrand, similar to how they do per season, which is about 3 months, 2 months, something like that. Where they'll introduce like the new battle pass and some changes to the map and changes to the gameplay. But I kind of want to talk about this big change from chapter 2 to chapter 3, but also like what this game has done in its past couple of seasons, especially in chapter 2. Chapter 2's big story element seemed to be this 0 point. So if you don't play the game, at the end of each season, they have done recently this like event where like, okay, the event's happening at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Everybody can tune in. You jump in a lobby. I don't think you could damage other players. So like it's this big like cinematic thing that people can like experience and play along with, and it kind of has this like underlying story of the Fortnite universe and what's going on behind it all. Does it make sense always? No, but we had some teases of it early on in the chapter 1, the early seasons of Fortnite, where chapter 1, that first year or two or whatever it was more of like, how's the map going to change? Where some things would happen and you would see the map change real time. I've only personally participated in one of these events with Lady in Wonderland, where it was pretty cool. It was a Ice King was introduced to the map where they were like invading. It was another island that somehow crashed in and added to the map. And in this event that we had participated in, once the timer went out, the Ice King like emerged as this giant and essentially just covered the entire map with snow. Like that was the big event. We saw this big storm happen. Whole map was snow in real time, and then you just continued your gameplay, and you would explore obviously all these locations now with the new look of the snow. But over time, they've gotten crazier and crazier and crazier. And obviously the guys over in Epic and Fortnite are doing crazy things in their game already. We've seen concerts being held live. I think there's been movie nights being held. Like they're having fun. They know the engine that they're obviously building the game in. I think they have built that engine from the ground up and in Unreal. So they're really pushing things to their limit and have the freedom to do it before they kind of let it out more to the public and the companies that use the Unreal Engine. So they're able to push it to the limits and really try things out and have some fun with it. And over these past couple seasons, they've done that with this 0 point storyline. So with this, the 0 point is like something that allows other universes to kind of cross over and affect the world of Fortnite. So we've seen some interesting crossovers in previous seasons. There was a completely Marvel Heroes season pass where we had Wolverine, we had Iron Man, we had Thor, like all these heroes that you can unlock. We had another one where it was all bounty hunters, the best hunters from different universes, and the Mandalorian was like the top guest star of the battle pass. But then there was other characters introduced in the item shop where eventually you could buy them, like Ripley from Alien and who are some other hunters? Michonne and the other guy from The Walking Dead. There was a shit ton of crossovers that one. I'm sorry, I can't remember more. But you had those guys being added into the seasons. There was another season where the 0 point was freaking out and it was kind of like a time travel. So like there were some areas that were primal and like very bones and like wooden structures, and you had to hunt animals and stuff like that. But as they've kind of progressed, their battle passes kind of fit the storyline, but then there seems to be like this key guest character that kind of is the pinnacle or your higher levels. Excuse me. So I already mentioned Mandalorian for the hunters. For the primal season, it was Lara Croft from Tomb Raider made her appearance. For season 7, which was like an alien invasion, I think it was Superman was part of that one. Chapter 8, which we just finished, was Carnage. And some of these, crossovers, they tie into the movies and all that stuff. Similar to Chapter 3, Season 1, Spider-Man is now the best, or not the best, the key, guest character into the game. And I've talked about, the 0 point thing and, the time travel aspect and, different dimensions kind of hopping in and out. Well, the whole backstory that's been kind of interesting to see and kind of unfold is, it's affecting the world and it's really dangerous. And eventually, in the seasons, I mentioned the aliens invaded, we would have this weird monster group that we had seen in previous seasons kind of just thrown in there of cube people. They're not made of cubes, but they get their power from certain cubes and whatever. Well, anyways, at the end of season 8, in the event Sunday, there was a cube queen that was trying to essentially claim the power of the 0 point. And our main hero, our main character, Jonesy, this generic dude, voiced by Troy Baker, he's part of this secret society, I don't know, trying to protect it, whatever. He has this ally in this space soldier. Now, if you're confused already, I'm doing a poor job of explaining it, but also it's really confusing in itself, so I do apologize. He's gotten help from the space soldier. Somehow he knows him. Somehow they have a history. And there's other fucking characters or connections that we haven't met these people, but he's like, oh, if I'll do this and help you, if you can connect me to so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So anyways, Cube Queen freaking out. She's going to take over. Space Team, the main guy, the friend, and then some more allies are going to come in for this event that happened, and they're going to help the players. So the players are there. They're defending against the cube monsters and the Cube Queen trying to fight them off. Unfortunately, they're not able to, so we see this big cinematic where the space people are going to come in. They're going to try and make the save, and they're going to escort you down to the underground of the island where we see, this government-esque type area where they're trying to control the 0 point to try and make things better, but it's not working out. And we're going to get the big reveal for who the space friend is. Turns out it's The Rock. It's Dwayne Johnson. He's helping out Jonesy to figure out what the fuck is going on and go after whatever resources he's after. Okay, great, cool, big reveal. The goal is to get rid of the Cube Queen and the monsters by flipping the island. Yeah, you heard me right. Flip the island. They literally take the island in this big ocean and flip it 180, and we get that's the whole new map. Is just this map that's been living underneath the ocean. For what reason, I don't know. It's a really confusing story. Now, pros and cons of this. Pros, like I've already kind of talked about, with these events, it makes Fortnite exciting. The map's going to change. We're going to get a whole new changes with how the gameplay works out, etc. And then we have this underlying story that kind of fishes you along, little details here and there. But then, on the other side, the cons, as you just heard me poorly explain it, it's confusing as shit. What's going on? Why is this Jonesy character know so much? Why is The Rock interested in this? He mentioned some woman character that we don't know. What's happening? It's a little weird and kind of not off-putting. That sounds like, oh, this is gross. But it's confusing just because of also the timing of all these events. Each season lasts 2 or 3 months. That's a lot of time in between story beats. You don't really get much in between. Now, I'm sure there's Fortnite lore YouTube channels you could go check out, and they've really deep dived into all this stuff. And as you can see on this map, they were talking about this thing happening. If you really want to dive into it, please go right for it. But it's the stuff they put out there for the general audience, or just really in your face, it's kind of scarce. And unless you're looking for audio logs that occasionally are being found around the map and really listening to them, and in a battle royale, where you have all the time, no, to do those things. It's really confusing. And like, I like it that they're doing it because it does bring something fresh and exciting to the events, and the events that they have done seem to get bigger and bigger in scale, like I said, to like pushing their boundaries. But it's just really confusing too, because there's not that information of why or what's going on. And maybe that's part of the, you know, not the charm, the allure of like bringing people in, is that mystery factor. But I don't know, like how much more can you do this without steps being taken, you know, of like, oh, okay, I kind of understand the progress of this story. We had kind of seen it with some of these other chapters of like 0 points problem, Spaceman's going to try and help, energy's not being contained, danger comes. This is how we deal with danger for now. Kind of, we get that, but the motivations of some characters is like, okay, Dwayne flew in, you know, however many months ago, looking for something that Jonesy knows that he doesn't, or whatever. What is that? Why is Jonesy against this like secret underground society? Like, maybe we got that in previous seasons and I missed that in the events. A lot of things, a lot of question marks. I don't know. But anyways, new season is out as of Sunday, as of recording. And the new season, pretty fun, pretty exciting. Lady and I have been playing quite a bit of Fortnite over this past year. It's just something we, you know, have a lot of fun with. We're not super great at it. We get some wins here and there. But other than that, mainly, like we've always played Fortnite, it's the challenges. That chase of just like, what's the next unlockable we can get? Whether it's something we're really attached to or excited about, or just like, yeah, you know, it's some fun that we can have together. And this chapter has provided the same amount of entertainment like the past. It's a lot of fun. The map is completely new. There are some familiar locations from maps past. That's kind of nice to see. Like, oh shit, I haven't seen Greasy Grove in forever. Holy crap, I remember how this looks. And like, oh, this one got changed a little bit or whatever. But it's fun to see that. Gameplay obviously runs the same. We've added a new slide mechanic in, which control scheme wise seems a little, I don't know, off. Maybe it's just controller based because they don't have a crouch button per se, because of the building mechanic. Like, it's the stick you got to use and hold that down. That's a little off. But yeah, that's the new gameplay stuff, but still runs great and is fun. Graphically, I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's like the fresh coat of paint kind of thing, but it looks different in a better way. Like, it's still obviously got the cartoony color scheme where it's vibrant and stuff, but like, it seems crisp, or more crisp than seasons past. And it's like, oh shit, like, this looks really good. Getting on to the weapons, every weapon is new. I don't think I've seen a familiar weapon from seasons past. We have 2 different types of assault rifles. Both, in my opinion, are pretty good. One kind of has a zoomed in scope, which I prefer. Sniper rifle, we have like not a charge shot, what is it? Semi-automatic, which packs a lot of punch, but man, it's way different than snipers in the past that we've had, and the timing's a little bit different for where you want to aim, especially if you're aiming at a moving target, so that's going to take some getting used to. But so far, weapons have been exciting. It's been fun seeing some similar or familiar vehicles make their return. We have the quads back into the gameplay. And then what else do we have that's new? Oh, we have new healing items. We have like a spray, a med spray, so you can hold that and heal as much and as long as you want to. That's been really nice, just because if you need to stop it quick, you can. It's not the timer of the bandages or the timer of the med kit where you're kind of stuck there for however many seconds. This one you can stop very easily. But yeah, it's been exciting and fun to play. I'm excited to play more. I haven't discovered the entire map. We've only played maybe 20-ish matches, and we just have, been here or there. We have gotten a couple wins. Seems like every session that we do play, our first match happens to be our win. And something, speaking of winning, that they've added crowns. The crowns are a little bit different for how you earn them per like your division of playing. If you're playing solos, duos, quads, whatever. We play duos obviously all the time. So the top 2 teams will get a crown. And what the crown does is it kind of adds to your experience level or your XP growth more matches. And you can get more than, I think it's more than 1 crown, but you can kind of, no, I'm sorry, you can't get more than 1 crown, but you can work towards an emote that will show like how many crowns you have won in that season, which is pretty dope. Because we haven't had that before where it's like how many matches you've won. That stat has not been really easily found as far as I know. So anyways, with that crown, you, once again, get more XP. So in the next match, it makes it a little bit more enticing. But also kind of puts a little bit of a target on your back. If you decide to, at the beginning, to thank the bus driver, it will list your name like so-and-so, thank the bus driver. And instead of your name being like the red as an enemy, it'll be labeled in gold, so you know, oh, this person has won. Now, the thing, too, is if you die in that match, that crown will drop, and someone can go pick that up and get the XP growth themselves. So, there's that mechanic. As far as I know, like I said, I don't think the crowns stack. Potentially they do. I could be wrong about that. But it's kind of fun. Kind of fun to get a little bit of a reward for obviously after you winning compared to just the umbrella of the first win. And then the XP growth is experience too. Or not experience too. It's a little fun reward as well. Obviously rewarding your gameplay and enticing you to play more to kind of get more obviously of the season rewards. Yeah, it's been a fun season so far. I'm looking forward to playing more. I mentioned Spider-Man being the guest character here. I'm very excited about unlocking him, and then the other costumes that they have decided to include, whether it's in the battle pass or in the extra rewards after. You can unlock the symbiote suit, you can unlock the future foundation suit. Very excited about that. There is a web swinging, I don't know if it's a gadget or whatever, in the game, and seeing footage from that seems like it's a lot of fun. I have not found it yet, but once I do, I'm sure I'll have a good time with that. Yeah, I don't know. Fortnite just seems to be the game that keeps on giving. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Fortnite, blah, blah, blah. And like, oh, it's a dead game. When is it going to die? It seems like potentially it, is losing some player base. But it seems like when these events do happen, the season changes over, etc. Like, people do show up again. Even if it is for a little bit and it is casually. I know we're going to keep playing it. Like I said, it's just something that we have a fun time with to pop on for, an hour or two or whatever it is. And whether it's just the challenges and kind of chasing after those things of check boxes, or it has something enticing in the season pass to get, it's a good time. If you like shooters, if you like, are looking for something with your friends to play, I definitely recommend it. I mean, it is free to play. If you want the battle pass, I think it's $10 for the first one, but then each subsequent battle pass, if you level up high enough, is free. But yeah, I get it. It's not for everybody, especially the battle royale genre. It's a big question mark for a lot of people. Like, nah, I'm not really good at it. And I get that. I totally get that. There's definitely that skill level to kind of climb. I think Fortnite, at least with the loss of player base, or maybe just they're trying to have more servers going on constantly, more matches. They have added CPUs into matches. So I don't feel like the skill climb, I don't remember the exact term. I don't feel like it's as steep as other games are, like in Apex, like a fucking Call of Duty. Call of Duty's got a very steep learning curve. I feel this one does well, and especially if you can play with someone that kind of knows what they're doing. Like, that's nice. Kate and I never have been the best, once again, Fortnite players. You're not going to see us building any hotels or mansions or whatever like that. Nah, we will build stairs to get where we need to, and that's about it. But we've both gotten better just, putting the time into the game. Obviously, I have the experience of the one tournament, but even in that tournament, I did ass. Like, seeing, obviously, my progression myself of like, holy crap, I'm getting a lot of kills and doing actually pretty well, and dealing with the building mechanics. And then obviously seeing, ladies, how she's grown. Like, she's never been into first-person shooters or third-person shooters as this game is, but like seeing her hold her own. Like, she's won some matches while I'm either dead or in peril. Seeing her adjust on the fly to situations, or dealing with this person's building. How do I deal against it? Or what weapons do I need to use when? What's my strategy? It's just been a lot of fun. So yeah, I don't personally think it's a dead game. Is it fun to make fun of it from time to time? Absolutely. But, it's just like teasing it. But I do appreciate what the creators and developers have put out there for us. And I'm excited to see what's next, whether it's storyline, hopefully things make sense, or whether it's just content. If it's more of the same with just, the slight changes of guns and maps and things I'm able to do, hell, I'm all for it. Like, that's just the simple thing. Is it fun? Great. I'm going to keep playing it. So yeah, very excited. Very excited. But this has been another episode of the Wait Or We Talking About podcast. My name is Bret, aka Enigma9011, and you can catch this podcast live over on twitch.tv/Enigma9011 every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You join the chat if you're a subscriber over there. We'd love to have you. If you can't catch it live, that's a-okay. It's broken out topic by topic and put as one big video and MP3 on YouTube and podcast services on that Friday at 12 noon Eastern. Last but not least, #add merch store and get all of your swag over there. T-shirts, cups, backpacks, and more. Rep the brand, support us, and we would love you for it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today, giving this a watch, giving this a listen. I know recording-wise, it was a little bit later than usual, but I appreciate you guys with your patience on that. We got some exciting episodes coming forward. We got some Marvel talk, maybe some Game of the Year discussions. So I'm looking forward to recording that. Hopefully you guys can check it out live, but if not, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.